What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. Today I'm creating this video, kind of a starter introduction video to my YouTube channel. This channel is meant to help anybody out dealing with depression and anxiety, but also to help me out. I've been dealing with a lot in my life lately. It's been tough. Might be some crying here, some tears here. But this channel is meant to help anybody out there dealing with this. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, and reaching out to people is the best thing. So I'm reading off my laptop. I'm sorry, I'm not used to doing videos. I'm actually very nervous, but I had to type it out because I can't just say it. So, like I said, the first reason to this is express my feelings. I'm going to try and do a video every day. Express how I'm feeling, what led me to the feeling, even if I have a good day, just post it on here, I'm not looking for famous, I'm not looking to become famous, I'm just looking to help somebody and help myself. And so that's what this video is for. I'm gonna try and make sure it's not too long. Nobody wants to sit here for that long and hear me ramble, but some of you might. So let's just start right into it. So, when did my depression start? I'm sorry, my laptop's being dumb. So, in the summer between my 6th and 7th grade year, I moved from Las Vegas with my mother and stepfather, and I wasn't doing good in school, so it was kind of like, hey, we're gonna move out here, get you some better education. So I left my father and my older brother in Las Vegas. My brother was a senior, so didn't really want to get him out of school. So I moved back here with my mother and stepfather, and being the new kid at school is never easy, and it's never easy, especially when you move so far away. Coming from Las Vegas to moving to Brownsville, Ohio, going to a school literally in the middle of a cornfield, that's a big change. That's something that it's definitely something different. But being the new kid, of course, I was picked on. I was bullied. It wasn't the, funny name here, funny name there. I was legit being bullied, but I held it back because, hey, I'm the new kid, What's 1 year of being picked on by everybody, but when I come back the next year, I should be okay, right? So, I get on the bus the first day, and I've got all these emotions going, It's a new school, it's a new town, new people. I don't know anybody. I'm literally alone. And I know some of you out there have felt that, some of you don't, and it's okay. But I was literally alone. Nobody here. So I wasn't happy. I would get on the bus, sit in the first seat like any new kid, right behind the driver. And I just never reached out to people in the first, I would say, 2 weeks. I was always that kid, the new kid that everybody made fun of. I got called names I don't wish to express. It wasn't anything that anybody should ever have to hear, but we do. We all know how people are in today's world, but it's something I did. I spent 2 hours a day riding that bus, and it was terrible. I did my best to keep, myself together, especially the first couple weeks. It was hard, still didn't know anybody, so I did with that. I dealt with that, but I'm going to touch on, we all have friends that we joke around with, you hang out with your friends and you tell each other stupid stuff, and, you don't worry about them actually taking it seriously because you're joking, but this was legit bullying. I was being picked on. I would go into the school, through the hallway. I'd get picked on. I was a new kid, nobody cared. They were just like, oh, let's pick on the new kid because he's new, and ha ha ha, he doesn't know us, and, whatever. So, literally going through this school all by myself, dealing with people bullying me, calling me names, knocking my stuff on the ground, stuff you see in movies that you hope that isn't happening in schools, but it is, and it took me this long to speak out about it, but it's how it is in today's world. But that threw me into a depression. I was always sad. We're all sad. We're all sad. We all have something sad to be about, but this wasn't just like, oh man, today I'm sad, and then the next day I'm perfectly fine, and then for the rest of my life I'm fine. No, this was days on days of being sad, missing school, skipping school because I didn't want to go, laying in bed all day doing absolutely nothing because I didn't want to, and being between the age of 12 and 13, nobody knows how to express those feelings, especially the people that we care about, like our parents. My parents just found out that I've been dealing with depression for as long as I have. And my anxiety, which I'll touch on in another video. That's not what this video is. But I kept everything bottled up, I didn't want anybody to know how I was feeling because, I don't know, it wasn't the cool thing to do. I didn't care. I didn't want people to feel bad for me. And I still don't. But between 7th and 10th grade, I really kept everything inside. Depression is bad. It's terrible. It affects millions of people in the world every day. But I kept it aside because I didn't want anybody to know how I was feeling. Because nobody does, But let me touch on depression itself and the meaning. So depression it's severe sadness, basically, in easy terms. But it's not the sadness, oh man, today I'm kind of sad, it's raining out. It's the sadness of, I don't know why I'm sad, but I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to be near anybody. So you literally isolate yourself. And sometimes being isolated is the best feeling, especially when you're down and sad. You don't want to deal with anybody, not even your, parents. When I'm down, I really don't feel like talking to my parents. I don't feel like talking to my friends because I don't want that. Because then I have to explain why I'm not happy and my normal self, which if you know who I am, I'm not the sad person. I'm always upbeat and crazy, But I don't want to be that guy that gets asked, man, why are you so down today? I don't know. And telling people that you don't know how you're feeling and why you're feeling it, it kind of angers them. So I never wanted to deal with that until now. So here's a part of the story. It's going to get tough, for me especially, and of course my family if they watch. So my 11th grade year, it's junior year, flew by. It really didn't feel like anything. It was just like, gone. But I jumped to my senior year. I'm at Mideast Vocational School. I left my normal high school, and I started my journey into criminal justice, which I'm glad I did, by the way. But I was still getting picked on. I was hoping, this is a new start. These are new people, people that like criminal justice, people that like all these other trades. I was like, man, this is a new start. I can be whoever I want. And so I tried. But I was still picked on. I was still that new kid in a way, even though we all were. So I hit a really bad slump in October of my senior year of 2014. And it got to the point where, I was isolating myself, but I didn't show it. I was not my happy-go-lucky self, but I didn't show it. When I was in public, I was the best person to be around. When I came home, I was the saddest. I didn't want anything to do with people. I would close myself in my room for hours. And I started playing video games at a very young age, and I found that video games are a very big help. They literally help you escape the real world. But it just wasn't enough. So, on November 1st of 2014, I remember it clear as day, I planned on killing myself. I was being bullied so bad by these kids in high school that I was just like, you know what, I just want my pain over with. That's it. Like, you know what, I'm just tired of being that kid getting picked on. But I didn't. Of course, I'm making the video, so I didn't. And I can't explain what stopped me, but it was just like something in my brain was just like, no, this isn't the way you go. This isn't the end. You've got a lot to live for. Literally 7 days later, I met this girl. I had known her for a little bit of time through school. She was in my biology class. But I met Sarah. And we started dating. And she didn't know it, but she saved my life. Literally 7 days before we started dating, I was going to end my life. But I didn't. You know, I was in a whirlwind of thoughts when we started dating. You know, I was super depressed. You know, I was in a state of mind that wasn't healthy. I had all these dark thoughts literally every day. But I met her, and I met somebody that I could, if I wanted to, tell about my depression. But I didn't. I never did. So, skip 4 years later. Actually, it's 3 years later. On Easter, I proposed to Sarah. And we got engaged. So, you know, great time. It was a great time. It was wonderful. So, that was in 2017, I think. I can't even remember. That's what my mind is right now. It's jello. I don't know. So, I believe it was maybe 2018, but honestly, again, I don't know. Fast forward to the week before our wedding, which was November 10th of 2018. I was home alone. Sarah was at work or something, and I was in my room contemplating killing myself again. Because I had the stress of getting married in a week at the age of 21. I had the stress of starting my new job at Easton. We were financially struggling, but not to the point where we were broke, but we were struggling. So, put all that together in a 21-year-old's head who's dealt with depression and anxiety, and it's terrible. You know, but I remember sitting in my room on the floor, I closed the door, and I remember looking down at my arm. And it's going to be upside down, but I have a king piece right here, and Sarah has the queen piece. Well, I got the king piece because it was a representation of Sarah saving my life, but she didn't know that. She just thought it was something I did. So I got this tattoo, and I'm sitting there, literally seconds away from doing whatever I could to end my pain. And I look at it and I'm like, you know what? No, this is not how I end my life. I'm getting married in a week to the person I love. And so I didn't, of course. You know, I'm here. And I'm glad I'm here. But it was hard. You know, the day of the wedding came. I was nervous. But of all else, I was depressed. Even though I put on a happy face. It was a happy day. I was depressed. But I kept it going because I had to. So, after we got married, I, seamlessly kind of ended my depression. It kind of just went away, and it was a great feeling. I'd never really felt since, 6th grade, I haven't really felt happy, and I finally did. Well, then my life flipped upside down. And no, I'm not Will Smith. So, some Saturday in April of this year, I found out that Sarah had been cheating on me with not only one of my best friends, but our roommate. I won't say his name because it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. But I found news. I found out news that no man ever wants to know, and hear, and see. But I did. Almost 5 months. Actually, it was just a little more than 5 months. And she cheated on me. Now, before I get into the deeper part of the story, I don't hate her. I don't hate him. Yes, I'm pissed at the situation and it's terrible, but it's life. I've cut them both out of my life. But I don't know, part of me I guess just knows that it was meant to be this way. I wish that it was different, but I can't fix the past. None of us can. But again, I don't hate them. I wish them both the happiest lives. I really do. I want to see them both succeed in life. So, no relationship is perfect. But Sarah and I's relationship wasn't even good. We fought almost every day over small things, money, dinner sometimes, like serious fights that we literally would go into the other room and just hate ourselves for. So it got to the point where we were fighting every day. And, she sought out somebody else for help, and that's how it happens. But hearing that news, it was devastating. I found out on a Saturday, but the Wednesday before that, I came home. I was living with my parents, which I still am, and I was going to kill myself. But the only thing that stopped me was my mom's gun was taken out of the house by one of her maintenance guys, which I'm so thankful for. I had a text ready for Sarah to send to her, and one for my family. But I couldn't find the gun, so I didn't. I bottled it all up again. So the Sunday after I confront both of them, literally the day after, I'm at work, and I'm at the top of the garage. And I'm just like, man, one quick jump and I'm done. And that's it. So I left work and I drove to the apartment that Sarah is living in. And I showed up and I said, I was going to kill myself an hour ago. I don't know what to do. I don't know who to talk to. I need your help. I had told Sarah then that for the entire time we've been together, I was dealing with depression. And that I had tried to kill myself multiple times. She sent a video or a recording to her friend who then sent it to my mom. She showed up and got me out, and we stepped into that whole, you need help. Therapy is the best thing for you. So I went to therapy, started going to therapy. It went really well. I'm still going, but it was still something very hard to deal with. And being 22 years old now, dealing with the woman I thought I loved cheat, But I wake up every day now, and I'm happy that I didn't kill myself, because there is so much more to this life. Now, I will admit I have suicidal thoughts every day, but no, I do not have an active plan. I do not have an active way, nor do I feel that I need to do that. I have these dark thoughts in my head all day, but I tune them out. If I'm texting with a friend, she knows a lot about this. I text her every day, and she knows who she is. And we talk a lot, and she knows about everything. My therapist, of course, knows everything. My mom knows everything. I've got all these people in my life that love me, that I can't afford to put them in pain. by me leaving. I'm such a bright person. So I'm going to counseling. I'm getting it together, you know. I'm reaching out to people that I haven't spoke to in years because I need friends. I need family close to me. That's the only way I feel safe and happy. So, you know, this video went on longer than it should have. It's 20 minutes now. You know, I know not everybody is going to watch it fully. If you do, thank you. You know, this isn't a way for me to get rich. I'm not looking to become YouTube famous. I'm just looking to spread my message of depression and anxiety out to the world and hope that I can find somebody and help somebody that's dealing with it too. And if you are, please get help. Reach out to anybody. There's no judgment at all for asking for help. Especially from me. If you need help, I am here. Let me know. You know, most of you guys I know personally, you know, to this point. So if you need help, reach out. Because I am here. So, I'm going to end the video, you know. I hope this went good. I don't know. But again, I don't really care. You know, if I get 1 view per video, so be it. You know, I don't care. But I plan on doing a video every day around the same time. You know, I work 3rd shift, so I work weird hours. But I'm hoping to put a video every day of how I'm feeling. Whether I'm feeling sad, happy, I don't know, in love, you never know. Just whatever I'm feeling that day, whatever I'm thinking, and putting it on YouTube and putting it out there for you, it's going to help me and you if you're dealing with this. So I'm going to end the video every time by saying this. If you haven't heard it today, I love you, and I hope you have a great day. I'll see you guys tomorrow.